All right, welcome back everyone to Lakers Latest. I hope you guys have had a good weekend so far. If you are in LA, the weather's been beautiful. Right now, I'm coming to you from Studio City, as most of the time, except that 1 week where I was out. It is about 78 and sunny right now. The weather is beautiful. It's going to be beautiful for the next few weeks. I think there might be like a hot spell, one like little more one. But yeah, no, for the most part, we're kind of in clear out of that super hot, muggy, gross weather that we kind of had the preceding 3 or 4 weeks. But yeah, like I said, hope everyone had a good weekend. It's kind of just a normal weekend, but obviously we're in football. MLB playoffs are in full swing right now. I have the Blue Jays Yankees game on in the background. It's an absolute massacre. And obviously the Dodgers, let's go, won their series against the Reds. They just won their first game against the Phillies last night, 5-3. A little back and forth game, but they did what they needed to. Split on the road. Now, I mean, obviously we'd love to take game two, but they did what they needed to. Now you can go back and hopefully finish in at Dodger Stadium. So, yeah, obviously all eyes on the Dodgers. Hockey's around the corner. And obviously Rams lost Thursday. But yeah, no, look, the main focus, NBA is officially back. Now, obviously the regular season is about, I believe it's 20th, so 2 weeks away from that. But preseason is officially back. It started with 2 games by the Knicks and Sixers in Abu Dhabi. I didn't watch kind of a crazy amount, but I definitely watched a little bit just because obviously, you want to see NBA back. It's so great to see NBA back. The Knicks, I mean, I'm not going to lie, the Knicks look really, really good. Like, it's obviously it's a preseason game, so you don't put too much stock into it, but it's like so blatantly obvious that Tom Thibodeau is no longer their coach. Like, Brunson's playing off ball. They're doing all these things that you haven't really seen them do before. So, yeah, it was good to see NBA back. And obviously, Lakers played their first preseason game on Friday. It was much left to be desired. It was not really a very good game. But, it was still great to see the Lakers back on the court. It was still great to see NBA basketball back in full swing, even if it is just the preseason. Now, I'd kind of gone into before of like what I'm looking for in Lakers preseason basketball. Like, obviously, you want to see the Luka and LeBron connection. That's probably to me the most important thing, just to get an idea of like, okay, this is how they're looking. Hopefully, there's a little bit more chemistry, there's a little bit more camaraderie than it was when Luka got thrown into the fire last year in that trade. Now, obviously, to preface this, Luka, neither of them played in this game. I wouldn't expect LeBron to play much in the preseason at all, but I think we'll probably get him near the end of it. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, these, especially the preseason, is going to be for those guys near the end of the roster to try and cement either their place in the rotation or their place on the team. And look, it obviously was not a great game, but again, you got to keep in mind Luka, LeBron didn't play. A ton of all the other guys did. The guys that came in, and I'll get to them shortly. Bronny played, and I will get to him next. Actually, it was not pleasant, not great to see, but. Look, the things we're consistently looking for are going to be like that improvement, are going to be the guys who are trying to make the end of the roster, like try and get better. We are obviously excited to see guys like Marcus Smart and Jake Larabia and DeAndre Ayton, who I will also get to. But yeah, look, it was a little bit of everything. It's the first preseason basketball game without your 2 superstar players. It's always going to be a little crazy, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, look, at the end of the day, like, it is preseason. I'm excited to see the Lakers back. It feels like it's been so long, like so much has happened, but it's great to see them back. And again, like, we're obviously gonna be looking out for these things. We'll be looking out for JJ Redick specifically. Like, what is he doing? What are the things that we want him to do? How is he going to coach the team differently with the guys he has? Is he going to try and get Ayton overly involved? Is he going to try and get Reeves more off ball or stuff? There's just so much that needs to be done, and there's so much that we're going to be looking out for in the preseason. So let's hop into the first element of preseason, that game that I will touch upon, which was Bronny James. Yeah, folks, it was difficult to watch at times. It was not very good. And look, at the end of the day, like, we have to keep in mind, like, Bronny is just a kid, but this is also, it's like, okay, it's your second year. Like, we definitely saw some noticeable improvement in Summer League. At least I thought we did. So I think I was kind of hoping that he would take that and he would really bring it into this year and really look to kind of improve and really fix up those aspects where he wasn't as good. Which, again, I think you saw in Summer League. Again, I'm not going to go too crazy into the first game of the preseason, but yeah, look, I'll just tell you the stat sheet right here. He was 1 of 12, 1 of 8 from 3, 8 points, 5 rebounds, and he was a minus 12. It just wasn't good. It was, at times it looked like he was trying to do way too much. And again, I understand this is preseason. So obviously he wants to go out there and he wants to show what he can do. But I think like it's important to remember this is not summer league. Like you can't just chuck up shots. You can't just be running around like crazy doing whatever you want. Like summer league is to showcase your individual skills, but preseason now it's got to be okay defense or hey like look at me I can run a second unit. I can't remember I put rebounds. I'm not sure if he had any assists or if he did it wasn't many. But yeah like those are the important things at the end of the day like you just want to see the natural progression from Bronny. Look, I don't think that Bronny's going to be part of this rotation. I'm not trying to be rude. I don't really think he's probably going to be an NBA player, or he could be. He has the skills for it, but he's got to work so much on his game, which is why I said I think he should spend most of the season in the G League to just work on his game. I understand your dad's here, but work on his game. But yeah, 1 of 12, 1 of 8 from 3. It was a struggle to watch at times. He was a little all over the place, trying to do too much. I'm really hoping that he can kind of just settle down next game. Because the reality is, like, he's going to get a ton of minutes in the preseason, especially with LeBron and Luka probably not playing too much. Like, the idea is you want to showcase your talent. You want to show not only, like, hey, I've improved from last season, but also, like, hey, like, if something goes with Marcus Smart or one of the other guys, like, I can step in and I can play legitimate minutes. Now, I don't believe he can do that, at least not certainly at the stage he's at. But that's one of the main things in preseason. That's what you want to show. So, yeah, he's to me ball handling. You got to show that you can run a second unit. You're never going to be with the starters, but you got to show at least in the preseason that hey, like I can run the second unit because at the end of the day, like Bronny is he's probably going to have to be a point guard. I mean, he can maybe play the two at times, but he's mostly going to need to play point to succeed. I think in this league to get to where he wants to be, which I don't know, but hopefully would just be a role player in this league. I think that would be great for him. But yeah, that first preseason game definitely left a lot to be desired, and it was not a great performance. But again, it's first preseason game. A lot of the times, the first couple are just really sloppy. Everyone's kind of just figuring it out how to play with each other. But yeah, definitely looking to more positive performances of Bronny moving forward. I'm going to go with the next person who struggled, which to me is much more concerning than Bronny. At the end of the day, Bronny's not a part of this rotation. If all goes well, maybe he could be, but he's probably not going to be. Dalton Connect, on the other hand, is a part of this rotation. And look, I sympathized with Connect last year after what happened with the trade / the non-trade. That's a weird situation for anyone to be in. I don't think anyone ever anticipates that happening to that extent, right? But we're long past that. We're long past that. I understand near the end of the season, even in the playoffs, like it's a difficult thing. But you're a Laker now. Like, you're not gone. I know it was weird. It was a crazy thing. You're here now. They're not trading you. And it should be, like, mindset focused, whether he wanted to come in and show what he's capable of, whether he stays in the Lakers or they could trade him for something else. But the point is, like, he did not play well in Summer League. And now, his first game, he was 2 of 10, 1 of 7 from 3, 6.6 rebounds. He was a minus 13, I think, or minus 12. I might have that mixed up with Bronny. But yeah, he looked bad. It didn't look good. Like, it's not the Dalton Connect that you saw in like late November and December last year. He was just comfortable, confident, like shooting, taking mid-range shots to, playing his own game. Like he was just all over the place. And again, preseason game 1, so you're not going to put all the stock you can into it, but it's just, I need to see a lot more from Connect because he is going to be a part of this team. He's going to be in this rotation, and we have to see him play to the best of his capabilities, which is playing off ball, doing all these things that he can do that will help him succeed in this league. But at the end of the day, like he needs to be better than that because especially the other team didn't play the Suns. Like yeah, but I think Booker played a little bit, but they didn't play too many great players, so you would kind of hope Connect would play better than he did. But yeah, I mean, it was a struggle. It wasn't good. Like, I need to see way more from him. He's a much more important player for the Lakers than Bronny is. He's going to be in the rotation. We need his shooting, and it's got to be better. So, again, it's not promising, especially after the poor Summer League and poor first preseason game, but I still have hope for Connect. I'm still generally a big Connect person. So I'm hoping that it's just a poor first preseason game, get it out of the way, and he can start cooking from here. But in the future, he's got to be better because it was poor. It was poor. All right, last one I'm going to talk about DeAndre Ayton. So Ayton, I'm going to give a little less. He also didn't play that great. He was 0 of 2. He only took two field goals, 1.8 rebounds, 4 turnovers, which is not what you want to see. Yeah, he didn't look that great. I mean, he was running down, so it's not like he was lacking hustle or anything. But I think you just want to see him a little bit more involved in 2 field goals. Obviously, 8 rebounds. He had 6 defensive, 2 offensive. The 4 turnovers are not great. But Ayton's going to be a very, very important piece to this team. I'm not going to put nearly as much stock in his first game as the other two because he's going to be obviously a lot of his games playing with LeBron and Luka. But yeah, just hoping he plays a little bit better next game and gets more comfortable each game playing with the guys and knowing where he's going to be on the court. But yeah, 0-2, 1-8. Like if you just look at it off the cuff, it definitely does not look good. So yeah, kind of just a very, very ugly first preseason game. If you didn't watch it, I promise you didn't miss anything. It was ugly kind of all around. So, but again, that's preseason basketball most of the time. Regardless, even with it being ugly, I still love seeing it back. I'm super happy to have it back. And yeah, the Lakers actually play. Is the Warriors tonight? They play tonight. I can't remember if it's the Warriors or someone else, but obviously we'll be watching that and touching up on that tomorrow. So yeah, excited. We're officially back, and yeah, can't wait for the regular season. I'll catch you guys later.